Funky Vintage from Reverb.com.
Reverb.com.
Funky Vintage. Funky
as it gets.
Hell yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Jim with Reverb.com. It is a funky vintage kind of day, and I'm here with two of my favorite guitars. You might be saying to yourself that this is a Mosrite, but it's not, because it says Univox right there. These are really cool Japanese vintage guitars built in the 70s. Actually, as early as 1968, in the Matsumoto factory in Japan, they did Vox, a bunch of other brands that they built for. These two guitars are both from the same period, what's called Phase 3, which you can tell by the white pickguard, these twin humbuckers. The original versions from 1968, the original Hi-Fliers actually come with a single coil, more of a P90 voiced pickup, and much thicker bodies. If you see this one, this is really thin. This thing can't weigh much more than four or 5 pounds. It's got a really fast neck, super low action. It's got a trem on it. You could probably put a mastery in and it'll be a little bit, stay in tune a little bit better. But all in all, these things are just killer for the money. They've been on the rise on Reverb for a little while. You can pick one of these up from $400 to $600 pretty easy. The earlier versions from 1968 usually get a little bit more of a premium price tag, but I mean, if you're buying a clone, you might as well just get a Phase 3 or Phase 4. These are the most readily available. You can find them on Reverb all day long. So before we get to the bass, let's hear some tones out of this thing. I'm playing through a Fender Excelsior combo, and I have a Boss combo drive and an RV3. Pretty much as standard as you can get. Check it out. So moving on to the bass, this is my trusty Hi-Flier short scale bass. Again, Phase 3. I am a firm believer that every guitar player out there should have a bass lying around, especially for demoing and recording and all that stuff at home. And you don't need an expensive one. You can get one like this. It's cheap as chips, and it sounds great, and it feels great because it's short scale. Let's hear how it sounds. by no means anything comparable with a jazz bass or a P bass or anything like that. It's barely even comparable with a Mosrite, which is what it kind of looks like. It's super honky in the bridge pickup. It's really punchy and warm in the neck pickup. You put a compressor on before it and after it in the studio, you can make this thing sound absolutely huge. Throw a fuzz in there, it sounds even cooler. But a lot of players have been using these Univoxes for a long time. You got Kurt Cobain, Lee Ronaldo, a bunch of others. They're really, really cool. You can find them all day long on Reverb. You should definitely check them out. We'll see you next time in Funky Vintage.